on to our next news. On the Iranian front, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has issued a fiery response to the US President Donald Trump early Saturday, warning that if Trump truly wants a nuclear deal, he must drop what Tehran calls his disrespectful and unacceptable tone towards Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Araghchi's comments came after Trump, in a social media post, claimed he sparked Khamenei's life by blocking an Israeli plan to assassinate him during last week's US airstrikes on Iranian nuclear facilities. Trump wrote, "I knew exactly where he was sheltered," and declared, "I saved him from a very ugly and ignominious death." Iran didn't take kindly to that claim. Araghchi said Trump's remarks insulted millions of heartfelt followers of Khamenei and warned that the great and powerful Iranian people do not take kindly to threats and insults. Trump also revealed that he had been working on lifting sanctions to give Iran a chance at recovery, but said that after receiving what he called statements of hatred and disgust, he scrapped those plans immediately. While Trump insists Iran wants to meet, Tehran has flatly denied any such intention, rejecting talk of renewed nuclear negotiations and dismissing his claim that talks would resume next week. This all comes in the wake of US airstrikes on 3 Iranian nuclear sites during the recent 12-day conflict that erupted on June 13. There's still no consensus on just how much damage was done, and both sides remain deeply at odds on what comes next. Now we are going back to our discussion with guest former Ambassador Ashok Sajanhar. And thank you, Ashok, for staying with us.
Pleasure, thank you.
Thank you. How does President Donald Trump's claim that he saved Khamenei from an assassination play inside Iran? And does it strengthen hardliners and make future talks even less likely, given the sensitivity of this situation and claims?
No, absolutely. I think it definitely creates problems because Iran is cornered, and statements like this, which are considered insulting and disrespectful and unacceptable by Iran, that is not the way to go forward if you want to have a deal. But then Donald Trump, he thinks that by being abusive as he's been, and being very aggressive as he's been, that he can try to get a deal with Iran. But Iran is a proud country, those are proud people, so they have to be treated properly. And it puts these I'm sure this was not discussed amongst delegations that next week there are going to be talks between Iran and the US. So his making the statement at the NATO summit that they are going to make without any factual basis, I think that must have further angered the Iranians. So the possibilities are even lesser now. But again, we'll have to see as to how ultimately Iran decides, because as I said earlier, it's in a much weaker position. It doesn't have many cards to play, as Donald Trump would say. And so it might decide that discretion is the better part of valor, and it is might decide to enter into negotiations with the US.
Thank you very much, Ashok Sajanhar. You will stay with us as we move on to our next news. Iran has officially shut the door on a key request